Julie Adams, and I am your Director of Parks, Recreation, and Culture for the City of Winter Haven, and I am so extremely excited and proud to be here today to welcome you all to this amazing program. Before us today, we have a lot to happen. Behind me, you see all of the activity that's happened thus far, and if you can just use your imagination for a second and imagine how beautiful this space will look when we're completed, when we get back together again, and just what will feel like a few months when we have a grand opening. This morning, to kick us off, I'd like to welcome to the podium Mr. Abdul Al-Khatib, Minister Abdul Al-Khatib. He has served on our Winter Haven Recreation and Cultural Center History Committee. Over the past year and a half, we've been meeting together to really understand and appreciate the history of this community and follow into this facility. So without further ado, Mr. Abdul.
Will you all, if you're capable, rise. Prayer. Let us pray. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far along the way. Most gracious and merciful God, we come now before your throne of grace and mercy just to say thank you. Thank you for this day that we will rejoice and be glad in. Thank you for this historic day. Thank you for the precursors to this new complex, the Lake Maud Recreation Center, the Northeast Recreation Center, the Winter Haven Recreation and Cultural Center. Thank you for the leadership of our city that had the vision to build this complex. Thank you for the courage, compassion, and cooperation of those involved in this project. May this complex be a facility that honors the history and legacy of our community in which it is built. May generations yet unborn find enjoyment in learning about customs and traditions. May it be a place where God will be honored, His name glorified, His people edified. Now, Lord, we ask that every parcel of land, components of construction, safety of workers, finances, and support of community stakeholders be sanctified and unified. In your matchless and marvelous name, all of God's children prayed and said, Amen. Let us pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I return the podium to Julie.
Thanks, Abdul. And now I'd like to welcome to the podium our city manager, T. Michael Stavros.
Good morning. Good morning. Is this not a beautiful day? My gosh, it's gorgeous out here. Happy New Year. This is the precursor to what I hope is going to be an early Christmas gift for you, December 2025, when we get to come back here and cut a ribbon. Put a big bow on this thing. So if you'll bear with me, I want to recognize a couple dignitaries and some special guests that we have in the audience. First of all, we could not do any of this if we didn't have this amazing city commission. So we have with us this morning Mayor Birdsong, Mayor Pro Tem Brian Yates, Commissioner Brad Dantzler, Commissioner Cliff Dollison, and Commissioner Tracy Mercer. So they have been an integral part in making this happen and allowing us some freedoms to be creative in how we bring a project together. They've been very involved since day one and continue to get updates and just status reports on the great things that are happening here. A few other folks I want to recognize from Senator Colleen Burton's office. We have Renee Willis and Denise DeVoe who are with us today. Senator Burton now has her office here in Winter Haven. We're grateful for that and look forward to welcoming her to this facility as well. We also have with us, I saw Betsy Cleveland somewhere in the audience. Betsy is the President and CEO of the Greater Winter Haven Chamber of Commerce. One of the things that we expect to have happen within this facility is some opportunities to help new businesses thrive and grow, some business education and support that will happen out of this facility, so we're very excited about that. Members of the Florence Villa CRA Advisory Committee, if you could raise a hand or stand and be recognized. The City of Winter Haven has 2 CRA districts, and These individuals, they help approve portions of the budget that go into building this facility, so we're grateful for them and for their commitment to making this a better community, and look forward to continuing to work with them. We have an amazing team that has been working on this project. Gosh, it seems like for almost 10 years now we've been kicking the tires on this to make this happen. But I want to give some recognition to, first off, Tim Heft. Tim, if you raise your hand in the back there. Tim is our architect on this project. We started this off with looking at how do we renovate this existing facility and what could be done. And we got some great ideas, and I think it's kind of like when you buy a car and you hear about all the things that you could have with it, and you think, man, how do we make that happen? And his design, I think, is going to be absolutely phenomenal for this community and for the city as a whole. Just some really innovative approaches to it. This will be a shining star right here on MLK Boulevard. So Tim, to you and your entire team, Jerry and all the folks that are working on that, thank you so much for what you've done, not only for this facility, but they've been involved with so many of our other city facilities. They know how we operate, they know what our program looks like, and they can design so that when we take ownership of this and we're operating it, it's not a guessing game. We've been together long enough that we know how each other works. We have a really awesome construction team here, and you can just tell the quality of a construction team when you walk onto a construction site. And when you walk onto this site, you feel safe, you feel secure. This is an extremely well managed, maintained, kept clean site. Every single day that I come out here, it looks, well, the shovels aren't here every day. But it is upkept, and it is a safe environment. So I want to give a special thanks to Collage, the Collage companies, all these folks back here in the orange vests, Rob Mafis and Keith Kowalski. I've had the pleasure of working with quite a bit. Also want to recognize Carl Copeland, who is the project manager out here, doing a phenomenal job, and we are grateful to have you folks on board. When Collage came on board, they also brought on, they recognized the impact of having local labor and local partners in the project. So as a partner to them on this project is Whitehead Construction, one of our own local homegrown. So we have with us Ryan Whitehead. Thank you for being here, Ryan. Thank you for continuing to be a part of this project and everything we're doing. You and Wayne both are great partners for the city, and we appreciate what you do. The nice thing about when you have local partners, local companies that are involved, we say this, at the end of the day, they don't leave and go back to some other city where they lay their heads down at night. They live right here. They have to drive by these sites. They have to be accountable for them for the end of days. And so when we can have local folks that are involved in our projects, that's wonderful. We also have with us, I think Chris Kay is somewhere in the audience. Hey Chris, good morning to you. Chris Kay is our engineer of record with Carter Kay Engineering right here in downtown Winter Haven. Again, some more local influence there. And then a handful of subcontractors from Catalyst and other organizations that are part of pulling all this together. It takes an army to make these things happen. And we're grateful for this team and how well they're working together from both the design and the engineering standpoint to the implementation, the construction standpoint. I want to recognize a couple members of my team. I get to stand up and take a lot of accolades for the projects that get done, but it's not me, it's the people that work here. So first off, I want to thank Christine Samuel, who is here with us today, who retired from the city in September. Christine was instrumental in helping us facilitate some of the listening sessions and some of the focus groups that we did out here. So Christine, I'm so glad you could be here to celebrate this, and look forward to welcoming you back when we do the ribbon cutting. Also want to recognize Julie Adams, who you met. Julie's floating around. Julie is the Director of Parks and Recreation, so this is just one of several facilities that she's responsible for. And it seems like we have more Parks and Recreation facilities under construction now than at any other point in the city's history. And we're grateful for that, because that speaks to the City Commission's commitment to the quality of life and making sure that our residents have meaningful experiences in their own backyard. Also with Julie, we have Scott Eilers, our Assistant Director of Parks and Recreation. And Andy Palmer, if you haven't met Andy, he is the master of all these different things. He is our park planner and strategic initiatives manager. So all these projects that you see going on in Parks and Recreation, somebody has to be responsible for that. And Andy, I'm keeping track of how much gray hair he has each day. We're trying not to kill him along the way, but he is juggling probably somewhere in the range of, $70 million worth of projects right now to improve Winter Haven. So we're grateful for that. From the library, in case you didn't know, this new park, when this facility opens up, this building is going to have a branch library. Something we've wanted to bring to this community for an awful long time. And Jane Martin isn't with us today, but the next best thing is Corey Greer from the Winter Haven Public Library. So Corey and Jane and their team have been intimately involved in how do we design a library within a recreation center. This is going to be a state-of-the-art facility. The technology that's going to take place within there is going to create opportunities like we've never seen, not only in Florence Villa, but really anywhere within our existing library system. This is going to be designed for the 21st century. I tell people a lot of times, when we opened up the Winter Haven Library in 2004, it seemed like it was almost outdated immediately because technology overtook everything so quickly. We are ahead of that curve on this facility, so we are excited to be opening that up. I mentioned, there's so many other people that are involved in this. Our finance department, our Angie Hibbert is floating around here. She was the shuttle driver this morning. Angie is the CRA manager. This is within the Florence Villa CRA. Between the CRA and providing some funding, as well as what CJ Scott and our finance team have done to help fund this project, we can't just make these things happen out of thin air. It takes a whole lot of work. So you have a great city leadership team and all those folks that are committed to delivering things efficiently, effectively, and responsibly. Just want to tell you a little bit about this project and how it came to be, and I'm going to try and be as brief as I can on this, but this is special. This is a very unique experience that I've had in seeing a project come to fruition. When we started looking at Winter Haven Recreation Cultural Center, I guess probably around 2015, 2016, we recognized that we needed to do some modernization of that facility. It did not meet ADA compliance. It was a nearly 50-year-old facility at that time. It was very antiquated and outdated. It no longer met the needs of the community. And we had just a little bit of money, and we said, well, we're going to deal with some ADA issues out here. We're going to try and improve some fitness facilities out here. And we started squirreling away some money to do that. And as we got deeper into it, we realized we needed to be doing some more work on this facility, and it's not going to be as easy as maybe as we had thought. We knew we wanted to do a library, so we had allocated some funds to fold that in. About that time, we're bringing on our architectural team, and they're looking at how do we design, how do we kind of scab onto this existing building these new elements. And Collage came on shortly after that, and we start designing this building, and you get to a tipping point in construction where you say, does it make more sense to just build everything new or try and piece new technology with old technology, and does that work? And we realized that if we're going to make a legacy project, if we're going to leave something here for the next 75 years to benefit, as Abdul said, the residents of this community that haven't been born yet, we need to do it the right way. And so we brought together the entire community through focus groups, and we left it in their hands. What would you like to see? Would you like to see a brand new facility? Do you want us to retain the old facility and try and add to it? We did surveys, we did focus groups, and overwhelmingly the support was for, we need to build something for the generations yet to come. And they got behind that. We took that to the City Commission. As I said, they respect the feedback and the input of their residents, and said that's what we're going to do. So we made the bold decision to tear down a facility that was just over 50 years old, with the intent to build what's going to be a legacy for at least 75 years going forward. Buildings don't last forever. We hope this one will, but we are so excited to be able to offer a new double gymnasium, a new branch library, a new technology center, classrooms, a new aquatics facility that is actually designed to introduce people to the aquatics environment and provide countless hours of enjoyment, a splash pad, a new playground, outdoor elements, all on this existing site. And what's really cool about this, it's kind of like if you've been to MLK Park when we opened that. When you open a new park, so often you see a beautiful new building in these freshly planted little trees all about. Well, when we did MLK Park a few years ago, we were able to retain almost all of the trees on that site, so you had a fully landscaped project when it was done. Look around this site at all the trees that have been maintained and saved. Right to my left, right here. The intent was, how do we capture and protect all of this historic landscape here at the same time so this does not look like a denuded site when it's all said and done. So when a new building opens up in late fall 2025, you're going to have an incredible landscape all around it that just really adds to the ambiance and the character of the community. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for your support. My construction team and architectural team, the staff that are working on this, I couldn't be prouder of what you're doing. And with that, I'd like to welcome to the podium Mayor Nathaniel J. Birdsong Jr. to offer some comments on behalf of the City Commission.
Good morning and Happy New Year. And I have some prepared texts, but those of you that know me know that I'm known for going off script. And as I arrived here today, my first stop, I actually went to the cemetery. My mom and my dad and my daughter are buried there. And so as I parked, I started thinking about this facility. And T made the comment that it's been over 10 years in making. I have to go back farther than that. There are two people from this community that are no longer with us, and I'm going to utter their names: Dunzel Floyd and U.J. Johnson. Both of these individuals have come to me and said, "Birdsong, you've been on the commission long enough now. Why hasn't the Northeast Recreational Center been completed?" I said, "What are you talking about?" They said that the Northeast Recreation Cultural Center, the building that's no longer here, was never completed. So that's going back a lot longer than 10 years. So this morning, I'm just overjoyed that I can finally stand here and look out and don't see the building. And to know what's coming, and to know that it's going to be completed. So now, I'm gonna go to my prepared text. Y'all know me well. Today is a monumental day for the city of Winter Haven. Our community is breaking ground on a project that will serve as a cornerstone for generations to come. The Winter Haven Recreational and Cultural Center isn't just a facility. It's a space designed to enrich lives, foster connections, and reflect the heart and soul of our city. The significance of this project goes far beyond its walls. This $21 million investment will provide a double gymnasium, a fitness center, a library and technology area, and a new swimming pool with a splash pad. These features, along with open spaces, a baseball field, and so much more, are designed to meet the needs of every age group in our community, ensuring that this facility truly becomes a hub of opportunity and connection. None of this would have been possible without you, our community. Your active participation shaped this vision through surveys, focus groups, and public meetings. You shared your dreams, your concerns, and ideas, and we listened. This facility is a reflection of your input and a testament to the power of collaboration. I also want to take a moment to recognize the History Committee. Your work has been vital in ensuring that this project respects and honors the rich history of Florence Villa and Northeast Winter Haven. Your dedication ensures that this facility will stand not just as a symbol of progress, but also as a tribute to the stories and people that brought us today. Thank you all for being here and being an integral part of this journey. Together, we are building something truly extraordinary for our community. Thank you.
All right. And as T. Michael spoke earlier about our construction partners, we are proud to have the team in the back with Collage, but now I'd like to welcome up the president of the Collage Companies, Mr. Rob Mathis.
Well, thank you, Julie, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us in what is truly an exciting day, certainly a milestone as we celebrate. You know, today marks another milestone in what has been a great project so far, and I'm truly honored to be here with you today. I'm Rob Mathis. I'm the president of the Collage Companies, where our mission is to build projects that strengthen the foundation and fabric of our community. And there is really no better example of that than this project right here. You know, it's a project that truly embodies the spirit of the fabric and foundation of a community. It's going to serve as the hub for residents for many, many ages to come, and you know, where we can learn, stay active, connect with each other, and build meaningful connections for Winter Haven. It's been a long journey to get to this point. T. Michael reflected on that somewhat, you know, with planning and proposals dating back to January of 2021. So we are coming up on the anniversary of Collage's involvement in this project, and over that time we've seen the project evolve. It has come from you know, what was going to be a renovation into this full-fledged state-of-the-art facility, and you know, I want to thank Strawn Trout and all that they've done to get to this point, to develop, to design, and then develop and redesign the project and bring it to what it's going to be, which is going to be really a gem for the community. I also want to thank our dedicated team, you know, the folks that we talked about before. T. Michael mentioned them, and Whitehead Construction. Thank you for being you know, a part of this all the way through. And as we move forward with construction, obviously we've already started, but as we move forward with it and seeing this vision come to life and to see what is going to be truly another positive impact for the city of Winter Haven, one of the things that I want to reflect on is the fact that you know, it's been said that the true measure of any society is found in how it values and invests in the enrichment of its people. With this facility, we're not just building a facility. It's not just the sticks and the bricks. We're investing in the future of our community. And I am truly honored to be here, and I am thanking you for your support and your continued support to make this project a success, and certainly continue the bright future for the city of Winter Haven. Thank you so much.
All right. Now if I could get those of you who are participating in our groundbreaking to go ahead and step forward. Katrina's going to help me with getting everyone placed. And for those of you that would like to get a photo in this area facing out towards the project, we will have opportunity for that after this initial photo.
small head.
All right, on the count of three for a photo.